Okay, so when you start your Revit, then you come to this environment. So under project here, you're going to choose architectural template. You can rename it whatever name it was named. You just know some name, construction templates, architectural. You can even rename and put your name here. So you use this left click on the architectural template. So you now come into the working environment. Yeah. So when you come into the working environment, sometimes this won't be arranged this way. We have here we have project browser and we have properties. So the first thing you do is you locate one of these nodes. But in case you don't have these, sometimes you won't have these too. So the first thing you will do here is you come to left click on view, you left click on user interface, and you left click on properties to activate properties. You see, click on user interface and you click on project browser. It may come, but it may not be. It may just come like this. So you can hold this thing here. You can hold this thing here and drop it this side. So when you drop it here, you can see your project browser is here, and your project browser is here, and your properties is here. Two of them are here. Yes. One by the so it depends on the arrangement, depends on how you want to arrange it, that it can stand there. Okay, so let's proceed. So now under project browser, you left click on one of these elevations, building elevation. It can be north, east, south, anyone that you left click twice, or you left click, right click and open. So any one of them that you open, you are going to get the same result. Good. So when you open this place, we're trying to create levels. Our house has levels. The 0 level here, this one is the distance, and this one is the name of the level. So the 0 level here is the soil level, and you can see that it's locked. It's normally is locked. You're not supposed to move this one. Correct. So you create level, you create its ground level, which is this very one here, then the entry level and the roof level. So for this first example is a bungalow. So a bungalow is going to have we want to have a minimum of 3 levels. You can create more as the work continues. So but now you left click and right click, create similar. Then you left click anywhere and you drag to the left, and then you left click again. So you can escape like twice to go out of the command. So now this very level, we can call it ground level. Yeah, you want to change? Yeah, yes. You can call this one entry level. Yes. You can call this one roof level. Yes. So now that you have this, the next thing you will do here is to set the height. I didn't set the distances, the correct distances, but you don't select this one. See, is the one that you select that adjust. So I'm selecting entry level to adjust it to the right level. So from the soil, this 00 level is from the agricultural soil, the natural ground level, to this entry level. We'll give it 450. If you like, give it 600. Depends on the topography of the area. So I selected this entry level, and then I entered the right distance, and it now shifted. I'm not going to select this one to move up. I'm not going to select the soil. It's like I'm moving the topography up, but I can edit. I have control over the entry level. So now that I have gotten 450 here, I want 3000 from the roof to the entry level. But I won't want to mess up this entry level, because if I select this entry level and type 3000, I have messed up my entry level. It's no more 450. So let me take it back, and now I'll come up and select this roof level. Then I'll type 3000. Good. I've now shifted it 3000. Now here, from the entry level to the roof level, we now have 3000. Good. So now these levels that we were creating, see them here. Before we started creating, it was just level 1, level 2. So now we have 3 levels. So anytime you are working, you should be working in these floor plans, not in ceiling levels. Good. So now that we have finished creating our levels, we left click on the ground level. This is where you start sketching your floor plan and stuff. Yes. So the next thing that we'll do here is we are going to left click on our architecture. This is where you get your wall and the rest. So when you left click on this architecture, you have wall here. Sometimes if you left click twice, don't panic. Don't think that you can still get your build under architecture here. You can still get your build. Under build, you can still get your wall and door. Just that the arrangement becomes different. Then when you left click on this architecture twice again, the mode still change. Look how the build is now. When you left click again, so sometimes someone will do mistake and left click and think they have spoiled their work. So now you can see it's hidden. When you left click again, it has come to this default way of arrangement. So those are the things that you need to take note as you work, as the work proceeds. So now under architecture, we have architecture here. Now you have this. Then the next thing you do here, you now, if you want to use you now down click here, then you choose architectural wall. But immediately you see architecture and then you left click on it, it picks the architectural wall. So you can start drawing. But before you start drawing, you have to take care of the wall thickness. So while you left click on this architecture, you're going to left click here and then you edit. Then under this place, you change it to 150. Then you OK, you apply and you close. That is wall thickness of 150. Then since the height is here, then the unconnected, you have to connect this wall to roof level, telling the software that as I'm drawing this wall, please be taking it to the roof level. Yes, that is what is trying to say at that place. So the next thing that we will do here is to start drawing our wall in these 4 points. Inside these 4 points, it's showing the length, the front, the left, the right. Yeah. So now this is what we want to sketch. This is what we've been given. So let's say this thing. Let's imagine that this thing was sketched on hand. It's your concept in your head that you sketched it on hand and you want to transfer it to the Revit software. Good. So since it's an old project I work on, I have to open the AutoCAD file. With time, I'll still teach you how to import from AutoCAD to Revit and then work on it. But for this example, we're just imagining that this was an idea in our head that we sketch on the paper. So let's get into it. So let's measure. Let's say this was on a hand, but you added up and know that here was 11,025. So you now left click a wall here and drag around, let's say 12,000. So now it mustn't be exact, but as you are working, you are adjusting. 12,000. Okay, then probably this one here, 4,000. 4,000. Good. So we have a kitchen here. Let's say about 2,500. It's 275, but we can improvise. We left click and drag. So now I want to be walking from left to right. That means I have assumed that this first line is going to be constant. So how do I get my 2050? 2,500. I selected this one. I've left click on it and type 2,500. Good. Now I've gotten my 25. But let's say I have decided to change this thing to be 26, and I have decided to change this. Okay, let's proceed. Let's go to the next wall first. So this one is 2,700. Let's come back here. We can left click this wall. Want to draw a new wall? You can either come to architecture and start again and left click again, or you left click this very wall, right click and create similar. Then you drag it and come downwards. So after getting this line, we'll now left click on this one and then adjust this one to, this is 2,700. Good. So let's say we changed our mind to change this into 26. We're going to select this wall. Since we're already finished with this one, so we'll select this wall and change it to 2,600. I'll have both 2626. So we'll move to the next wall. This is the WC. The WC is 1,500. Then we'll left click any wall, we'll create similar, we'll drag down. Okay, we can left click and draw this one without being specific. Then we'll come back to our dimension, 2001, 2200. So we'll left click this wall and type 2,200. We can also left click this one and change, but it will mess up our distance here. So we'll change this one that won't affect our main distance. Okay, so this is the last one remaining this side. 3,075. So we'll left click on this one and type 3,000. And that's it, 3,100. Good. And I have that. So if we decided to change this one like this, 3,000 100. We could have messed up our toilet width, so we're moving from left to right. So we're not editing at both sides. Just wanted to show that. Oh, good. So we now left click this, type 3100. Good. So we have that now. So the next thing we'll do is we'll create our this very one here. So let's check the width of our living room is 5,000, 4,009 something, and so click any wall here, create similar, drag up. It mustn't be exact, but we'll edit it. Good. So from the wall, from the extreme end to this recess is 1 2. So come back to our Revit, we'll click here and we change this distance to 1,200. Good. Now we have that. So we want to know the distance. We want to be able to edit from here to from this very wall to this very wall. So what we'll do is, but it's not giving us, but it's only giving us the distance from here to here. So what we'll do is we'll hold this line, move this called witness line. We'll move this witness line to this point. Yeah. So now we have, but we have settled this wall. We can't select it and try to change the distance to 49 or whatever distance that we'll decide that we're putting. We're going to select the wall this side by our right, and then selecting this wall, we have to still move this witness line. We left click it. We all left click and hold, and we'll drop there. So we can still hold it here. Probably maybe it's here that we wanted to get a distance. We can still hold it here and then drop here. Good. Now we can type the distance again. 4,000. Let's see. We're improvising. Probably the one we select now, let's say 4,500 or 4,600. Good. So let's check the width of the width of the living room is 5,300. So we left click here and type 5,300. We've gotten that. So let's move this side. So this master's bedroom now, the width is 4,200, but whatever width is remaining here, we just, so there's another way to draw. We can left click this line, hold it here with our left mouse and then drag it down. Immediately reach this level, it detects. So you can see left click this one and drag here to join. That is one way to do it. Let me Ctrl Z. Another way to can do that is we come to view. No, come to modify. You see trim, you pick. But if your version doesn't have modify, there are newer versions that don't have this modify again. Immediately you click a wall, the modify tools comes up. So So I can now create my good. I just picked trim. Then I touch these two walls and they have now joined. That's one thing. So let's put this thing in 3D and see what I've done already. We can see this is what we've been doing. So now when you left click this place and we'll click on shaded, see the shaded in the shaded form. So we'll go back to ground floor. Good, we have achieved this. Now let's go back to good. We have gotten that. So let's remove this WC for this master's bedroom. The width is around 2000. Left click, create similar. We'll drag it and come this side. We'll locate the center, but there mustn't be a center. So we'll see drag here, it mustn't be exact. We'll work on it. Good. So let's now open this place. The width of our dresser is 16, so we'll left click on it and type the width of our bathroom. We change it to 1600. Yeah, sure. Let's see how we can work this place here. This one here is not up to this. We didn't go all the way. So let's say we'll drag it down small to have a distance of 1 to here. So under architecture there are these lines here called model lines. We use it to trace. So like here we'll move. I'll use this model line and drag down to up to 1 meter. Drag this side. Draw this side again. Let me see. Okay, now this thing came all the way. No need for that line. It came all the way to this place. So I'll left click on it and drag to this place now. Good. I have this portion here now. Okay. The next thing that I will do here, I've done for this. So now create. Let me see the distance from here to here. 900. Good. So now we will now split. To split is simple. Under modify, you see split. Or when you select a wall, the split tool still comes. So you left click on this split and then you but before we split, let's know the width of this thing. Using that's 150. Let me see what this we did here. Here was 15. So let's move this into 150. We left click 15. We left click here and let's type 1500. See what enter a value or a formula without starting with all these symbols. So I mistakenly dropped a symbol there. I'll cancel it. Good. So you can see my this thing is 15 there, my toilet, but my wall now is not up to 15 again. I'll do that. So I'll now drag my witness line to this side and probably change this thing to 3000. No. Ctrl Z. Good. See, when I have to select this wall this side and then bring my witness line here and then I'll type 3000. Good. I'll now have my 15 there and my 3000. So now this opening here is 900. I'll left click. Okay, it's telling how to save project. So click on save project. Then you come to your document. But when you come to your document, you can create a folder from there. Let's say you can left click anywhere here. When you left click anywhere here, sorry, yeah, no, it's not left. So anywhere here that you right click is right. You like right click, you see new. I can create a folder. Then I can write the name of the project, online lesson. I'll click OK. Then I'll left click to open it. Now I can save it here. But before I save, I'll click on options. To no Revit like to duplicate, so I'll keep one here. That maximum backup should be one. Should just back up once. Good. And then I can rename this project. The name of the person online, say bungalow. I'll click on save. I've saved this project. Good. So now the next thing I'll do here, next thing I wanted to do here, left click on split element, but before, I decided to use poly, to use that model line, so that because I'm moving this side, let me come here again. I'm moving this side by 900. That is 900. So I drag down. So I now immediately I left click a wall, I can see my split. Now I can split. You can enlarge it to have a good closer view. I'll split at 900. I also enlarge it. If that scale is big for you, you come here, change that scale to 100. You can see it properly. So now I've gotten that, but we'll edit it later. I can select this one and delete it off. Good. Even this very place, I was supposed to left click on my split tool. You enlarge it and you split there. Good. So we're going, for now we'll leave those ones there. So let's create a position for let's create our wardrobe. Then we'll have a dress. Yeah. One. Well, let's say this one now is our dresser. Over here is 1,600. Well, so we can select this here, and then with this split here, and here. Good. I want to split these things. Split here. I split there. I split there. This one has been split already, so yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, we're going to make use of it, not now, but with detail split. Now we're creating walls. So let's now create this outside veranda. We can create similar. Left click and create similar wall again. So the width, let's say the width was 1002 or 13. We're going to have that there. And change this thing. If you select this one and change, you won't have whatever distance you had here before. Yeah. So let's put it in 3D and see. So now that we're finished creating our wall, we'll move to creating openings and columns in our next lecture. Thank you for watching.